Top 10 More Epic Action Movies That Shaped Modern Cinema, Episode 2. Welcome back to our countdown of epic action movies that shaped modern cinema. In our first episode, we looked at groundbreaking films like Die Hard and The Dark Knight. Today, we're diving into 10 more explosive and influential masterpieces that changed the genre forever, expanding the boundaries of special effects, stunt work, and storytelling. Let's roll the action. Police Story. When it comes to stunt-driven action, Jackie Chan is in a league of his own, and Police Story was his magnum opus. Featuring insane practical stunts, all performed by Chan himself, inventive fight choreography, and a unique blend of comedy and danger, Police Story set the gold standard for Hong Kong action cinema. It also influenced Hollywood's approach to integrating comedic beats into high-risk action scenes. Fun fact, Jackie Chan sustained multiple injuries, including a fractured vertebra, during filming. Aliens. While Ridley Scott's Alien introduced us to the terror of the xenomorph, James Cameron's Aliens took the franchise in a more explosive, action-packed direction. Mixing sci-fi horror with combat-driven storytelling, it proved that sequels could expand a universe rather than just repeat it. High-powered weaponry, frantic pacing, and badass hero Ellen Ripley redefined the action heroine archetype for years to come. Fun fact, Sigourney Weaver earned an Oscar nomination for her role as Ripley, rare for an action/sci-fi film at the time. Predator. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger at peak 80s action stardom, Predator fused jungle warfare with sci-fi horror elements. The idea of elite soldiers being out-hunted by an otherworldly creature ramped up the tension and gave audiences some of the most quotable lines in action history. The film's iconic invisible adversary introduced a fresh twist on the standard shoot-'em-up format and has inspired countless alien invasion stories since. Fun fact, Jean-Claude Van Damme was originally cast to play the Predator before the creature design was overhauled. Lethal Weapon. If you love buddy cop movies, thank Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover's mismatched dynamic gave the film its comedic spark, while director Richard Donner balanced humor with serious, high-stakes action. This formula, two cops, drastically different personalities, has been replicated in everything from Rush Hour to Bad Boys, proving the lasting appeal of the buddy cop genre. Fun fact, Shane Black, who wrote the screenplay, was only 22 when he sold it, making Hollywood history as a young screenwriting phenom. Hard Boiled. Directed by John Woo, Hard Boiled is a ballet of bullets. This Hong Kong classic introduced Western audiences to the kinetic gun fu style, something that later influenced filmmakers like the Wachowskis, The Matrix, and Chad Stahelski, John Wick. From the iconic hospital shootout to the slow-motion standoffs, it cemented John Woo's reputation as a master of stylish, high-intensity action. Fun fact, the climactic hospital sequence runs for nearly 40 minutes and was filled with highly choreographed, continuous action shots. Speed. A runaway bus rigged to explode if it slows down. Sounds like a gimmick, but Speed turned that high-concept premise into one of the most pulse-pounding thrill rides of the 90s. Starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, the movie kept adrenaline at a steady boil from start to finish. Its success proved that simple concepts could yield major box office gold when handled with razor-sharp pacing and clever set pieces. Fun fact, Joss Whedon reportedly polished much of the script's dialogue, adding humor and character depth. Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible burst onto the scene in the mid-90s, rebooting the classic TV series with a high-octane spy thriller twist. This franchise's continued success across multiple sequels set a new bar for global spy adventures, challenging other studios to top each installment's audacious action set pieces. Fun fact: the famous Langley vault scene required such quiet on set that crew members had to refrain from talking or moving during takes, or risk spoiling the tension. The Bourne Identity. While spy films were long dominated by slick James Bond-style escapades, The Bourne Identity introduced a gritty realism and frenetic, shaky cam aesthetic that changed action filmmaking in the 2000s. Matt Damon's portrayal of Jason Bourne combined vulnerability with lethal skills, and the film's grounded approach influenced modern spy thrillers, leading to more visceral fight choreography and handheld cinematography in everything from Casino Royale to Mission Impossible sequels. Fun fact: director Doug Liman was inspired by French Connection style chase scenes, leading to the film's iconic Mini Cooper car chase in Paris. The Raid, Redemption. Indonesian martial arts film The Raid. Redemption kicked down the door, literally, and wowed global audiences with its relentless pace and breathtaking silent combat. Directed by Gareth Evans and starring Iko Uwais, it's a masterclass in claustrophobic action, with each floor of a criminal-infested building offering a new level of brutality. Its success introduced Indonesian action cinema to the world stage and set a new standard for bone-crunching choreography. Fun fact: The Raid's success spawned a sequel, The Raid 2, which further expanded the story and upped the ante on jaw-dropping fight choreography. The Avengers. While superhero movies had already been popular, Marvel's The Avengers redefined the concept of a cinematic universe by bringing multiple standalone heroes together. The film balanced individual character arcs, banter, and massive action set pieces, particularly the iconic Battle of New York. It set the bar for ensemble blockbuster crossovers and influenced how studios approach big-budget franchise building today. Fun fact: the famous one-take shot around the Avengers assembling in Manhattan became a visual blueprint for future team-up sequences in the MCU. These 10 films, spanning different eras, continents, and storytelling styles, each played a part in reshaping what action cinema could be. From the hyper-realistic spy tactics of The Bourne Identity to the larger-than-life stunts in Mission Impossible and the global superhero phenomenon of the Avengers, each left its mark on everything that followed. Explore your potential with Pro Data Mine.